Alright, y'all, I am here. Welcome to today's live. Welcome to our 9 to 5 wake up call. We normally do our 9 a.m. wake up call in nature. But yeah, welcome to today's live. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe to your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, and sisters, everybody that you know, everybody that you see, to come tune in live daily with God and KD. Speaking of God, let me go ahead and switch my screen. Y'all know I'm a one-woman revolution. I'm trying to get y'all set up behind the scenes while I do my thing. So let's get into our Bible verse of the day. Happy 9/28 to everybody that's born today. Shout out to all the Libras. Happy birthday to everybody that's born today. Again, y'all not Virgos, but again, shout out to y'all. Okay, but our Bible verse of the day is coming from Hebrews 9:28. Again, because today is September 28th, and it is from the New Living Translation for wherever you may be in your walk of life with Christ. And it says, "So also Christ was offered once for all time as a sacrifice to take away all the sins of many people." Okay, he will come again, not to deal with our sins, but to bring salvation to all who eagerly await him. Amen. 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 So with that being said, bring your own trees, your treats, your whatever the case may be, so we can go ahead and to get into this thing, because we're going to do a live chat and react today, again, about 9 to 5, the life, because again, we typically do our 9 a.m. wake up call in nature. Y'all know we just got done with Miss Hurricane Helene. I don't know how she want to pronounce her name, because it got the E on the end, so maybe she wanted to be fancy. Helene. Maybe that's what she was trying to say. So yeah, I want to get into a live chat and react, because we're not going to be in nature this morning. And I see where there is this video on YouTube of Indeed scams, where people are being scammed on Indeed after applying for jobs. What made me wanted to get into this is because y'all know, outside of YouTube being my job, I wouldn't mind, getting back into the workforce with, the right company, right morals, whatever the case may be, whatever God sees fit. But until then, we work on what we have right now. And being on a job hunt, I have received emails that have been very scam-like, very strange in a sense, and I haven't been clicking on them. And I noticed that one of them in particular, I'm not even going to say one of them, because they're different companies, but the email looks exactly the same. It's just saying different companies with different names at the end. Again, it doesn't even look remotely real from what I have seen and actually, working. Is especially, it just made me think the scams are at an all-time high. Y'all scamming people that's actually trying to get a job. That's literally what it boiled down to me for. I was just like, the disrespect of it all. We out here trying to at least, get a job, and then you get scammed along the way. Not only from the employers that do be scamming you, because they'll tell you you're getting one thing, tell you you're doing one thing, you get there, it'd be a whole different thing. You like, I would have stayed at my own job if I knew it was going to be like this. But whatever the case may be, I want to see what's going on, so we are privy to what's going on with people getting scammed. Because like I said, I've seen what I needed to see in my attempt in doing things, and I've seen emails that I'm just like I said, very fishy, very scammy. Immediately add to, what is it, phishing, report spam. That's what it is. Immediately report spam. That's exactly what it is. I'm like, child, if it's a job, it don't look like it. They need to fix that.
Ariana Grande is inviting you.
Hold on, baby. Because, yeah, this is not about Ariana Grande. But shout out to them what they add. Because I'm like, we going to also change our speed back once we get started. Y'all know I like to read the description and see if there's anything that's going on about it. But they talking about if the interviewer's camera is off, wrap it up. Not the interviewer camera being off. Yeah, what are we about to get ourselves into? So we're going to have to skip this little addy ad. We're also going to we're going to change our playback speed so we can go ahead and get through this thing. As I said, grab y'all treats, y'all snacks. I had my mom assist me in making some grits today. Hopefully these are the best eggs I've ever had, because I know her grits going to come through. So let me do a quick taste test. Very much did that. So y'all, let's get into it.
What's up, YouTube? It's YT Waking Up back at it again with another video, part 2 for today. Hey, we having a series today. I'm trying to get a lot of videos rolling out today for y'all, man.
That be me on some days. Not today, probably not today. But we might get into something, but shameless plug, yeah, subscribe. Hopefully that button lit up.
Hopefully y'all tune in. I need y'all to thumbs up this video. Immediately right now, let's try to get this video to 300 likes. And I need everybody to smash subscribe if you're brand new. Yep.
Immediately, all of that. You heard that man said 300 likes. I'm like, what else did he say? Subscribe.
Talking to you. Like I said, I'm gonna keep a regular continuation of these videos about the job market. So this one right here is a little different though. People are actually being scammed on Indeed. There's a lot of scams on Indeed these days. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I really like his Saints jacket. That's what I was looking at. And then I see the hat says Jerusalem. I'm a big fan. I really love that, especially seeing that on a black man. I'm a fan. He repping Jesus. I love that, as he should.
There's a lot of fake job listings. Not just the ghost listings. We're talking about actual fake listings. Scams. Scammers are using Indeed to target people. I basically want to put this video out to show y'all and to warn y'all to be cautious.
Right. Because even me receiving random emails, that's not from Indeed. In my job search, I'm on official websites, looking at what they have open, applying there. I'm not even using search engines like I used to use in my 20s when I was using Indeed. Or even if I see something on Indeed, I still go cross-reference on the actual website and see if that job listing is actually open. If I see something on, any ad listing, I go to the actual website of whatever it is. When I was in my 20s, yeah, Craigslist, Indeed, it was a whole bunch of them, because all you had to do was literally just click and apply. But yeah, I'm at the point in my life where it's just like I need more money. And then when I do get myself into certain little jobs, it's just like this is just not where I like to be.
It's always something to learn from these videos, right? Knowledge is power, so we about to get it in.
I got scammed on Indeed.
And you heard what he said, knowledge is power. Amen, amen, amen. Definitely that. Because like she said, she got scammed on Indeed. And I'm just like, get ready.
Thought that would happen to me, so I was really needing a job. Oh my God, I was looking up like entry level, no experience jobs. I found this job, entry level events coordinator. Sounded like you were just gonna help set up events. I applied for the job. They
Yeah, that sounds cute. Entry level events coordinator. You know what? Now that I think about it, I've seen so many of those jobs. I've applied for many of those jobs thinking I would be a great candidate for those jobs. And they never called me back. Now that I think about it, because what if it was a scam? Even that scam where people got vector knives, that pyramid scheme that was happening when I was growing up. I don't know about y'all, but I remember that happened. They never contacted me back. Like I told y'all, even with Ella Bands, when it comes to people getting scammed, like I have been so fortunate to not have been in those situations. Because like I said, even with Ella Bands, girl, I set myself up to flip $30 into $300, and she never scammed me. And I think people know, yeah, because it was just like, it didn't happen.
application and they wanted to do a Zoom interview with me. So I go on a Zoom interview. It's literally just this guy talking. He just sent every candidate that link, and they're like, yeah, so if you got this, just fill out this survey thing. They were making it sound like we were very good candidates, like we made it to the next round.
Now that does sound scary, because imagine you getting there and they're telling you to click on this link to fill this out. And then that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't like that we have to give employers all our personal identifying information, address, full name, date of birth, social. Like, again, I get it for the purposes of payroll, all that kind of stuff. But once it's in there and it's encrypted, I don't feel like that stuff should just be on file for you just to regularly have access to, because it's too much that matters. It's required for that. That's the basic information for all things of getting stuff. And that's why I'm just like, I'm like that. I don't like that one bit. Secret voice.
Fill out the survey. They respond back to me within a day. Or we loved your application. We want to do a second round of Zoom interviews. So I go in the Zoom interview, and I was expecting it to just be me and the interviewer. And I open it, and there's another girl in there. So they're interviewing both of us at the same time. I was like, okay, that's a little weird.
No, because I understand having a group interview. I've had that happen before. Honestly, even my most recent interviews have been group interviews, which is now more lighthearted for me, which is the craziest part why I didn't get the job, because everybody answer was like Kay said, I just really thought I would be going to get these jobs. So that's why I was just when I didn't, it was just what's going on? But God knows all. God is going to do what's best, and I'm going to just do what I can so y'all can tune in here live daily, because this is one thing that I can clock in and do when nobody can't tell me that I'm not welcome.
interviewing us is wearing like a suit. Like he looks like super professional. He starts asking us questions, and bitch, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. All these corporate words and terms that I don't know.
No, because imagine being in an interview and then they talking over your head. Homegirl, they're trying to keep up, but that's really how it be, because it's just like the way the economy is set up. I guess I am gonna have to be a software engineer for $150,000 a year. Don't know what they do, but I need but I know I need $150,000 a year. And that's why you just start clicking on stuff and getting to these interviews, and whatever they decide to do is whatever they decide to do, because it's not our fault that the economy is set up like this and we're all in dire and desperate need of money, because these are dire and desperate and destitute times. Sheesh.
I was BSing so hard. Like, I could literally tell when I was doing the interview, there's absolutely no way they're gonna pick me out over this bitch. She's literally professional. She's older than me. And he starts explaining the job. It's basically saying that we're gonna, like, start off entry level, and then we're gonna move up. We'll eventually be, like, a manager in, like, a few months. And I'm like, I thought this was events assistant. Like, what?
Events assistant. I was about to say, so is this something? That sounds like, see, for me, that would be like the marketing jobs that I've had that end up being pyramid schemes. Like I said, that was kind of like Vector Knives pyramid schemes. I guess that would be the sales pyramid scheme. Because I guess the only one that isn't really a pyramid scheme would be like a Mary Kay when you were, isn't that the one that gave you the pink Cadillac? Was it Mary Kay or Avon? I think it was Mary Kay. Yeah, but either way it goes, when they were doing those makeup sales, those weren't really pyramid schemes, because you actually got commissions for those sales, and they did parties and stuff like that. And they actually, that's all, like, they were giving out cars. But these pyramid schemes was like, oh, you gotta invite such and such people in to move up and give $500. And then what? And then, you know what? Now that I think about it, somebody that I'm no longer friends with tried to invite me to a pyramid scheme like that, and I was questioning how much that girl liked me. But now thinking about the fact that she invited me to a pyramid scheme, I didn't even know that it was a pyramid scheme, but I knew it wasn't nothing I wasn't willing to do. Talking about recruiting people and all this other kind of stuff, it was just like, yeah, no, thank you, girl. But she was see, people try to put you, trying to recruit you in anything. Cause see, imagine if that was a CULT. Thankfully, I have enough sense to know not to go. Because, yeah, that girl was trying to get me.
The job you're describing. They kept asking me if I had questions, and I was just, like, making up the most random questions. I was like, so do you guys, like, hang out? Like, I was asking, like, dumb-ass questions. And
girl, because no. That's when you be like, no. You're like, you pretty much laid everything out. Girl, not asking. Wow.
he kept emphasizing how they have, like, a really good, like, bond within their company. They always do events and trips and stuff. Throughout the interview, he was just explaining a job that was, like, completely different than the one that I applied for. And I'm like,
see what I'm saying? Exactly. You'll get in there and they start talking to you about a job that's like, I did not sign up for that, for this. What's going on? What's going on here? And they do not be caring, and they feel like you crazy for even questioning them, because, yeah, it's just like, why do you think that she'll be there for anything other than what she signed up for?
too nice. I didn't want to, like, stop him and be like, I don't think this job's for me. I just, like, kept going with it. I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, I definitely think that I would be perfect for this role. I was just, like, spitting random bullshit.
Not she's saying she thinks she'll be an ideal candidate. Because even when you get to the job and you realize it's not for you, that's when you have to tone down the enthusiasm. Like, if you want the job, you keep the enthusiasm up. But once you realize it's BS and you realize it's skeptic, you know, you just kind of, But some of them still get me and have me going until they have me start walking door to door selling stuff. And I'm just like, what the
people pleaser in that aspect. Like, I could not, like, stop him and say that I don't want to do this job, so I just kept going with it. But I was saying such bad answers. I was like, there's no way I'm getting this job. So after the interview, I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't think they're going to call me back. Bitch, tell me why they call me back.
red flag, that's how you know. Right, because when they call you back and you know you bombed the interview, it's just like, hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. So we are back. Give me just, I'm like, now we're going to switch back to the screen in just one moment. Y'all know I'm a one woman revolution, so let me do my thing behind the scenes real quick. Okay, so here we are. So yes, it's definitely giving red flag for them to call you back knowing that you did completely terrible in that interview. And like you said, you know that someone that was more qualified as a candidate than you should be picked and you were. Mm-hmm. Red flag for sure. For sure.
Congratulations, you made it to the third round of interviews.
Okay. So look, that's what happens when I needed a little breaky break. Look, it was like, oh yeah, ad break for you as well. Heard you. I completely understand. And I'm not subscribed to this channel, but I love that it's called YouTube Wakes 'em Up. Because again, this is our 9 to 5 a.m. wake up call. And we not subscribed, so we can go ahead and skip.
We're gonna do something about a phone interview. He starts asking me more questions, more corporate ass questions that I don't know the answers to. He then puts me on hold for 15 minutes. I'm like, you're talking to the team right now. Why is it taking so long? After the 15 minutes, he's like, yeah, so sometimes when we have these calls, they don't always go the way that we expect. And I was like, oh, thank God. He's like, but this isn't one of those calls.
Man, what? Because I have had somebody put me, because yeah, 15 minutes is a good little minute to be on hold for someone's, answer whether or not you got the job. But I feel like I have had to go through BS like this. Probably similar and BS similar situations. In similar BS situations, that's what I'm trying to say. Because now he told her the calls don't go as we expected, but this isn't one of those calls. Because why would you even do that? But I feel like I've been told some BS like that before in a way that I just was so giddy for the job.
Congratulations, we'd like to offer you the position. I'm like, no fucking way. There's no way this man's offering this job. I was so put on the spot. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so excited to start. I was really sketched out by this job because I was like, okay, I fucking bombed that interview. There's no way that they are giving me the job right now. It felt like they were like mocking me. I was like, is this a prank?
As she said, I feel like they were like mocking me. Because, right, you trying to give me a job knowing that she talking about, do we hang out? What's the social scene like at this job? That's what homegirl asked. And they offered her the job. Like she said, she know, because the person that was actually qualified to do the job, they know they couldn't get in that job. That's why I'm like, I really got BS. I ain't gonna say it like that, because I've had some really good jobs, but I have, been in situations where the job was just like, whew, yeah, you see the flags from the get-go, but you need the money, so that's why they turn green.
Online, I look up the company. I cannot find any information about it. I have to go to the recruiter's LinkedIn, find a bunch of stuff. I finally found their website. Their website looks so sketchy. It said they have all these Fortune 500 clients. None of them were listed. They talked about how their team was so close and they do all these trips and
Oh my goodness. Yo, because I'm just thinking, I feel like I have seen that, especially with that marketing, quote unquote, marketing management job that I had that ended me up door to door selling stuff. That's why I'm like, I'm almost sure. And then it's not funny because I had never seen, before I started that as what I thought was going to be a marketing management job, I had never seen anyone doing that. Then the next thing that I know, after I'm not doing that anymore, they in my neighborhood doing that. And I'm like, did they just steal my address? That's why I'm like, I don't feel like you should have to get these of your personal identifying information, basic information. Like, not to the point where they get to keep it, because it's just like, not what y'all doing around in my neighborhood peddling this stuff that I'm not even finna peddle. So why are y'all here? It was the strangest thing to me. And I had to tell them, I'm like, don't you ever come back here. Like, I know he was pissed at me, but I was just like, because not they playing, they come to my neighbor again. They ain't never been here before. Now y'all want to come and say, please.
and there isn't a single picture of any of their employees. End up telling the job that I just got another opportunity. They were like so insistent on me working there, and I'm just like thinking, what would have happened if I showed up to the place? Because I looked up the place on a map and it looked kind of sketchy. Am I gonna get kidnapped? The whole thing just gave me really sketch vibes.
Wow, so I'm glad she actually didn't go, because like she said, she looked it up on the map. It looks very sketchy. That's good. That's good. Cause yeah, the places where I've had to go to, I won't say they were sketchy. It was just like random little places in a plaza. Just like say someone bought a random suite in a plaza to have a business, which I can't knock someone for doing that because that's something that I would do, and that's why I'd be willing to take the jobs. But again, it just you could end up selling meat out of a truck, man. That was probably the craziest one. Oh my God. Yo, I can't believe one of these jobs really had me showing up to a warehouse and then we would get in vans. They would transport us to Georgia. What the, oh my God, selling meat. Yo. And then I was only getting the commission of it because the driver was the one that was getting the majority of the money. I don't even know why I was there for, because I signed up to work that job. It's not funny.
After I saw the website, I was like, oh hell no, this is definitely a scam. They really made me feel special. It really made me feel like that bitch. Like I just got a full-time job. Once I bombed the interview on purpose and they still hired me, that's it for me. So yeah.
See, that's why I'm just like, yeah, they definitely gas you up. You be like, oh, I can make good money. Paycheck be $13. They tell you getting $1,300 a paycheck. It's not funny. But it's the only way I know how to cope with the fact that these, like, really, oh my goodness.
Check your jobs, do some research on the company before getting your hopes up.
Yeah, so for anybody that's been applying as of recently, now hear me out. They're interviewing multiple candidates at the same time. It's like,
yeah, but see, that's something that's been, group interviews has, honestly, since I got my first job when I was, okay, that first one was not a group interview because that first one, I was walking through the mall and they offered me the job. And yes, I took it because I wanted one. My parents was like, your job is to be a student. I want some money. So that lady offered me a job. It's like, yeah, I'm finna come here every half Wednesday, weekends. Sure am. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and half Wednesday. It sounds good to me. Put me on the clock. But I would say the one after that, because that would have been, yes, that was, okay, so at that point I went to college, and at that point I was trying to transfer my job to Tallahassee where my school was. But because I was working at the kids store and they only had the regular store in Tallahassee, I had to reapply for the company. And that was the group interview. So that would have been my first group interview, which would have been like 2010. Yeah, 2010. So I am more privy to group interviews. So don't be shocked if it's a group interview because, like I said, that's been around for since I have been applying for jobs. Rise and shine, Sherwin. Welcome to this morning's live. Yes, all is well. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for leaving some love in the chat. It's greatly appreciated. Happy to see you back. Good to see you back. Hope all is well with you. But yeah, don't be alarmed about group interviews.
it's almost like you know how you go to the, like those almost like a job fair, to where they interview multiple different people. It's basically like, you know how you have an open house where multiple people come in and look at a property?
That was a good way to put it. Like he said, definitely it's pretty much like, an open house. Yeah. Job fair type thing where you just like interview with several different people. But I don't know, even the job fairs that I've been to, we have still broken away and done one-on-one interviews. It's like you'll be in a group and then you'll wait to get called to speak with if I'm the candidate, is it called the coordinator? I guess that, yeah. It would be the coordinator. You meet with the coordinator and then you do the interview there. I even know jobs. Oh my goodness. You'll get all the way to the fair. Oh my goodness. Get the job again. Nothing like what you was expecting. Everybody just make it seem like, oh, the fair was so fun. Oh, we love our job. Oh, so much camaraderie. We do stuff like that all the time. Especially when they give you the job fairs at the stadium. Bringing out all the works and stuff. Putting you in the top suites and free drinks and it was more of a good time than it was, at least from what I got out of it. It was just like, yeah, that was more of a social event than anything.
It's like the same thing for the job market. Multiple people are inside of this Zoom room. So they pretty much just send the same link over and over again to whoever applied for the job. And they want to do a dual interview process. They want to.
But also be careful when y'all get them links too, because like I said, in applying for jobs, I've had jobs send me links and tell me, oh, this is what you need to do. Click this link to register now. No. And especially when I look at the sender and it be T6YW49GB7-039. Immediately spam. Don't even worry about it.
Interview multiple people at the same time. It's like a group interview, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And of course, everybody makes it to the next round because it's a scheme. And their website 9 times out of 10 is kind of janky. I know some professional businesses still have janky websites, but that's just a thing too.
That is very much a thing too. Some real professional business do have janky websites. Like their website will be stuck in 1997 when they first got that website up and running. But some janky websites will also be spam. No address, no phone number, no email, no contact. I mean, even if it doesn't give you, again, points of contact locally, you could at least get, a contact form to fill out. Just be safe out here.
Janky websites. The outdated copyright dates. The pictures that they stole from Google or the blurry pictures or... I know.
Not the pictures that they took from Google or the blurry pictures. Very much that. Very much that as well.
Scam. I learned young how to differentiate a legitimate website versus a scam site.
And I think that's with me too. Like he said, he learned young, and I guess because if he's anywhere around the age as me, we've been on the internet, since we were kids. So it's just like, especially in using it for jobs and stuff like that, you see what is accurate and you see what is definitely bogus. Okay, and as I said, even when I, got that first email of, oh, we want you to move on to the next round. The only reason why I realized that first email was spam was because I realized I hadn't even applied for that job. I was like, wait, when did I apply to work there? And then I realized I hadn't. And then that's when I realized, I'm like, yeah, this is getting real scammy because, again, it's not even like I'm using Indeed or... what was that other one that I used to use? It was another one, just an easy little click and apply one. All you do is put your resume in there, and then from there just click and apply, and then it gets sent to recruiters. And that's very true, because even nowadays, everybody is doing recruiter this, recruiter that. Oh, you have to wait to be... because I even, called somebody. Oh, my goodness. Because my parents was like, well, did you call the job? And did you see what was going on? And I'm like, I don't think y'all understand that's not how it works in 2024. But I called just to see, and they were like, the recruiter will reach out to you, and I'm like, right, because everything is just so apparently out of everyone's hands nowadays. It's not as hands-on as things used to be, and they're also not applying like they used to be. Like even a place that I frequent all the time, okay, they got now hiring signs up everywhere. I was in that store yesterday, and someone asked, are y'all hiring? And that lady said, we're accepting applications. Okay, that's totally different from hiring, because you could accept applications year round just so you can have them on file. But actually hiring, is it y'all hiring season or not? And I'm like, so basically she's saying no. She let you know, like, girl, because I don't see nobody minus the same people that's working up in there. Okay, and then if you see somebody new, they immediately look like they not gonna last there long. And the people that last there now, I'd be shocked that they still there, because they don't be doing right in working conditions.
So I know.
Let me tell you about the time I got scammed on Indeed. If you don't know, Indeed is a website where you can upload your resume and apply for jobs.
Right, and that's why I'm like, see those little jobs. Zip Recruiter. Is that what it is? It's another one, but that's one that came to my mind. That's another one that I used to use. I don't even think it's that one. I never use LinkedIn. I'm not a fan of LinkedIn at all. Something about it. It gives like upscale scam. I'm not a fan of LinkedIn.
I applied for this remote job that was a data entry specialist through this company.
And they love a good data entry specialist remote position. Now that I think about it, I had a job like, see, now that I think about it, somebody had me selling magazines before. Saying it was a sales job. Oh my goodness. That jump was crazy. I literally was selling magazines to people. Jesus.
After I applied for it on Indeed, I got an email from their HR department saying, thank you for applying. We'll be reviewing your application, getting back with you shortly.
And that's crazy. Now she said HR because the emails that I have been receiving have been, again, different companies, different names, but it always be sent from HR. And so I'm just like, I can't believe people, they out here trying to scam people that's even trying to get a job, or even just in the form of sending someone a job, knowing that the result is to scam them. It's so bogus. Like, I understand the cost of living is sky high, okay? Higher than anybody out here. But scamming is not the way either.
A couple hours go by, and I get another email. And it's from the HR department saying that they would love to set up an interview with me, that I would need to download this secure messenger.
And see, that's what I don't like either. Because they do tell you gotta download stuff on your computer and stuff like that to communicate with them. That's why I was even skeptic about Zoom, Teams, all that kind of stuff. What was the one that was before that? I think at one point it was even Skype was one of the things that we used to use as like a digital internet interviewing thing. Yeah, and it was just like, I don't want to do that.
Red flag number one.
Definitely red flag number one. Especially if they're not giving you a device that comes with it on it, and you are to take care of it while you are employed. Whether it's an iPad, tablet, laptop, or something that they keep. It's remote. So, yeah, y'all better send some software. Send a computer, because no.
And asked to speak with Carrie Braxton. They're interviewing something, I don't know. So I download this messenger, I upload the number that they tell me to put in there, and I ask for Carrie Braxton for how to proceed with the interview process.
I don't know why Carrie Braxton just don't seem like a real person. It's just giving Carrie Bradshaw, Tony Braxton, Carrie Braxton. Because Carrie Braxton could very, very may well be a real person. So now I'm curious because we have the internet right here. I'm like, has there ever been a Carrie Braxton? Okay. So there has been an actual Carrie Braxton that worked, okay, that touched this earth before. Because again, I'm just like, it just doesn't sound. And it seemed like Carrie Braxton is one person, child.
Then messages me back and is like, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you find us on? Basic interview questions. And it keeps going on. And then they ask maybe like 10 more questions and very basic interview questions. So I answer them. They say, we're going to forward your answers onto our HR department and we'll be back with you. And I was just thinking like, oh, they're probably just going to forward it on and then they'll set up like a calling interview. You see my animals out there. Hey.
Girl, yeah, because why the dog's stretched out in like cat position? She got a lot of animals. I mean, one of them just ran off screen. Two of them still in the bag.
Leave the cat alone. Come on. Good girl.
Girl, is she sitting on their puppy pads?
After they tell me that they're going to send my information over to HR, I wait 30 minutes and they message me back and they say, congratulations, if you want the position, it's all yours, you've been hired, yay. And I was like, I would love to accept the position, this is going to be awesome. In moving forward, how do I get the technology to be able to move forward to start the position?
Exactly, because I know y'all don't expect her to use her equipment. So I'm just thinking, because I have had a dog ready. Because I'm like, did I have to download anything on the computer? Or was there a program that we had installed, or was it on the computer? Like, was it an internet browser? Because I do feel like maybe it was something.
And they tell me, red flag number 2, they're going to send me a check through UPS.
What? No, that one is new. Not a check through UPS, because one, y'all could either deposit it into that woman's account as she would as like an advancement on her payment through payroll. You could set it up to where you buy the product and it's sent. Girl, wait, so this how they get your address? Because they got to send you the
They're going to overnight ship it to me, and then I'm going to use that check with a reputable computer, I don't know, something, and I will purchase them myself. And I said, okay, still a little bit confused because I've never heard of anything like that before.
That's what I said. I'm like, girl, I ain't never heard of that one. She said, I ain't never heard of that one before. I ain't never heard of that one before, girl. That's what I said. I feel like that was a scam for them people to get your address because what?
And I said, could you offer me some clarification on what you're meaning? You're going to send me a check to provide me with the technology.
Because she applied for an entry-level data position, okay? So she's trying to get the technology, and they telling her they going to send her a check in the mail overnight. This is not funny because these people are ridiculous.
They're like, don't worry, it's not going to be taken out of your future wages. And I was like, oh, I wasn't worried about that.
Right, nobody was worried about that. That wasn't a question. That's not a question. Nobody worried about it being taken out our wages. We worried about why can't you do a normal thing like send a computer, equipment, technology, tablet, iPad, whatever the case may be, or deposit the check the same way. I don't know, because I'm just like, well, even if they did, well, no, because, yeah, put it in the bank account, baby, because, again, address, no, wire it, like somebody say, Western Union, go back to the old way of doing things, the try and true ways that we know that works, when you got to use your ID to go pick it up just like you would when, you know, back into 2010, you know, when your grandparents sent you money or something and they told you to go pick it up from a Walmart MoneyGram or a Western Union or something, because this is, and they're talking about overnight, UPS, a check.
I'm wondering why you're trying to send me money, is what I'm worried about. Well, they kind of stopped communicating with me because they tell me, like, there'll be more information tomorrow. This is, like, all they can offer. So I just said, thank you. We'll chat again tomorrow. No big deal. So they tell me,
Girl, that is a big deal. What you mean? Them people that told you we'll chat about it tomorrow. What? No. Now.
to log back onto this messenger at 9 in the morning and message them back. Well, I got an email at 1:30 in the morning, and it said, like, congratulations, welcome to, please fill out your contract. So normally when you start a job, the contract should be anywhere from, like, probably 15 to 30 pages.
Girl, no, it's not. It's not. It's not 15 to 30 pages. It's definitely not. It's a good 5. And that's still too long, because I still be like, well, God dog, when is it over? It's a good 3 to 5. Yeah.
Depending on what.
Okay, child, because I might need some of that the way these little mosquitoes like to bite through the clothes. Because I'm like, this is only a 15-second ad, so I'll let this play through, because again, I am watching the video all the way through. That second one we will be skipping over because we appreciate them for bringing us this video. But oh, hold on.
Worked at Home Depot, depending on where you're working. I have previously worked at Home Depot, and their contract to sign is like hundreds of pages because it's a lot of work.
Why? Why? Home Depot? Okay.
This contract is 4 pages long. 4 pages. And
That's I'm like, that's what's normal. I mean, I've never had one where it's super long. That's I'm like, I don't know what she means. But yeah. Mm-mm.
Like, way it's set up, it's not set up perfectly. Like, it is definitely something that was taken from the internet and like put onto a PDF, but it didn't transfer right. Well, silly goofy me, I did not sign it.
Purposefully or accidentally?
Thank the good Lord above, I did not sign that paper at all, because this is what gave me suspicion that it might be fake. The message that said like congratulations was like a screenshot of a message.
Hmm. Mm-mm. Wow, yeah, that's definitely scanned me. How you send somebody a screenshot of a congratulations message and not the actual text of the message? Like, what? What?
Wasn't actually typed out in the email. So what I did is I went to the original email and I clicked on the logo and information that they had in that email, which took me to a website. The website definitely did look very reputable. It said,
Okay, so she actually, girl, I can't believe she actually clicked it because it took you to the website, girl. Well, this one she said she gonna sign on.
been open since 2005. The address was correct. The email was correct. Everything looked correct. Like, there was like an about us page, how to contact us page. Like, everything looked really good. So I scroll to the contact and I click on it, and it has the address and just the email. It doesn't have like a sender request type of information like they do sometimes, or a phone number, which I thought was weird because this company would definitely need a phone number.
I wonder what it is because she said they would definitely need a phone number, so it must be. Well, like she said, well, I don't know. She said this was data entry. Well, data, yeah, data.
So I click on the address, and normally when you click on an address, it will take you directly to GPS directions of how.
Right. It takes you directly to the map, whether it's Google Map, your iPad map, iPhone map, whatever the case is. It does take you to the map when you tap on the address. Pretty much standard facts.
Get to that address. Well, this address link took me to another website that was the actual website of the people they were pretending to be.
No, not the address redirected her to the actual company that the scammers are pretending to be. I wouldn't have been able to, I wouldn't have been willing to click on anything, but the fact that she did and that's where it got her, very scammy.
So I called them this morning, actually, at 9:45, and I asked to speak with the manager. I said, I promise I'm not Karen. I just am concerned of being scammed. I just want to know if it's real.
Exactly. And I know them people like, ma'am, we're so sorry, but we have no knowledge of that, because it's crazy that people are getting so crafty and sending stuff. Because even in the paper mail, okay, so I was getting something like, oh my goodness, thanks for, opening your account with such and such. And I was just like, what? So I researched the customer service number for the company online and I contacted them and I was just like, are there any accounts? Do y'all have any information for my information? And they're just like, no, ma'am. And I told them, I'm like, I'm getting this information that there's an account, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, is this spam? And they're like, yes, this is spam. And I'm like, well, they're getting this good at it that I'm getting it in mail and stuff like that. And they're like, unfortunately, yes, that is the case, but we don't have any record of, anything being open or anything like that. But definitely don't, click anything, don't call anything, don't do anything, from the stuff. And that's why I'm just like, again, it's just, I don't like this day and age of scamming. Like I first of all, I'm not even the biggest fan of boosting and stuff like that. And I understand that's what people was doing, whatever, because they got to get by. But I'm still not the biggest fan of stuff like that. So for stuff like that to have escalated into stuff like this that's going on now, it's just so bogus.
They opened at 9 a.m. this morning because they're closed on Mondays, and they said I was the 18th person to call. So if you were one of those 18 people out there, or if there was more.
And that's crazy. I wasn't expecting her to call them people and they say that. I was expecting her to just say, right, we are aware that there have been but 18 people, that's a lot. Cause that's not, cause yeah, it's just like, why would somebody try? I mean, I get it, but the fact that people are out there trying to impersonate companies, like that's how bad it's gotten. Well, I mean, I guess they always were doing that. That's how like the elderly get scammed and stuff because they say, "Oh, this is," I don't know. They pretend to be anybody, child, Social Security, I mean anybody, and then them elderly get scared and, well, yes, here's my card number, here's my address, zip code, CVC, CSC, whatever that card thing is on the back, give it all to you, cause they get scared, and that's not fair. That's really not fair. That's just not right. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm just like, these people just not right.
Please let me know how yours went, because I cannot believe that I almost just got scammed out of a job. Like, that is wild to me.
No, seriously. In 2024, just thinking about that you could literally get scammed while trying to get a job is high key, like, on the path to socio. The people that do this kind of stuff, yeah, they have to be on a certain path of socio because no, no, like, what would make you think? Again, I'm just appalled when I see it.
Anyways, thanks for listening. Let's talk about how there's fake job postings on Indeed, how I think they in on it. So one day I had applied for this hotel front desk job, and a week later they sent me a denial for the job.
Oh my goodness, the same thing happened for me. Yes, when I be trying to get them little hotel receptionist, salon, whatever the case may be, jobs, I don't get them. But then again, stuff like this makes me wonder, was it a scam and it was just a blessing that I did not, get caught up into, some BS?
They said basically they're not moving forward with my application, blah, blah, blah. A couple days after I get this email, I get an iMessage from this number. They have my information. They know what job I applied to, the position, everything.
Oh my goodness, she said a couple days later she got an iMessage about the job and the position. What's crazy is now that she says that, I remember I did get an iMessage, and that's how I knew it was a scam, baby, because my phone's so off, it's off, it's off. Baby, that's how I knew. That's how I knew it was a scam. When I got because Apple didn't even send me an iMessage. I applied to work there. Okay? That's why I'm like, now yeah, y'all beware, because I did get an iMessage about a job, yeah, and I was just like, when I got that phone say SOS on it. So the fact that phone is emergency only. So again, the fact that I even got any type of notification about any type of job on that phone, again, was quite alarming. Like, I can't even get security codes that I need to do other things because the phone's so off, it's off, it's off. So that's why I was just like, baby, how y'all got this here? I wasn't even trying to figure it out.
Like, this is the manager or the owner. I want to give you an interview at this address. So the address that they gave me was not the address of the hotel. So that was fishy. Plus,
yes, that's very fishy too, because I have had someone to tell me that an interview was somewhere else other than the job was going to be. I think one of them was supposed to be for a hotel, but it was at another hotel or something strange like that, and I was just like, "Whoop, not going there."
The person that was texting me, they wasn't spelling nothing right. So I was like, this is suspicious.
Look, and then she talking about she getting texted, they not even spelling nothing right. Yeah, baby, nobody not finna come work for you. Look, and then here I am talking to anybody, talk about nobody's not about to work for y'all. I said I'm gonna stop doing that, but it's just like first nature at this point. But no one is willing to work for you if you can't even correctly spell in text. Yeah, I don't like speaking so grammatically correct. I'm sitting up straight and stuff. I'm trying to relax.
I'm not bold enough to show up at the address or nothing, but I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is going on? How did they get my information? If I submitted the application through Indeed, how did this person have my information?
Like she said, if she submitted through Indeed, how does this person ever have her information? And like I said, I'm not even applying on stuff like Indeed, but strange stuff is still happening. Like, it's just like they're getting craftier. It's annoying because it's just like everything's so fake now. Everything's so fake to the point where they can't even keep it real. We getting scammed trying to get a goddamn job.
That's a great point right there. Is Indeed in on this?
No, I don't think Indeed is on this, but that's just my personal opinion, and I state my opinion when it matters. My platform, welcome to my world, and you can tune in live daily. I don't think Indeed is in on it. I think Indeed just created a platform for people to create opportunities for people to receive income. And unfortunately, like that Bible says, evil infiltrates heavenly places. And unfortunately, there are just people that take advantage of the platform that Indeed created. They indeed did take advantage of the platform. It's as simple as that.
It's their platform. It's their website. They should automatically have some type of fraud prevention measures that are in place.
But you can't know who is fraud and who's not. Yeah. I'm like you just kind of can't know, because even just thinking about the fact that we live in a day and age where people can post their own ads anywhere. I mean, someone could post an ad and it is, a fictitious ad, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case may be, because people can put their own ads out there nowadays. It's not just controlled by just, a news outlet or a media outlet. Yeah. As long as you got the funds, they'll promote it. But I'm hoping that these people do a pretty good, thorough background in making sure they're not, promoting any spammy, scammy links, anything like that.
On the back end, it should say if a listing seems legitimate or if it seems like a scam, it should automatically be flagged, it seems like, right? Also, we do know that a lot of these businesses, they'll sell your information.
No, I'm not certain about that, because I would hope that's not the case. And again, if that's the case, that's more of a reason why I stand on. I don't like the fact that they have to have so much of our personal identifying information on file. And again, if anything, encrypted is one thing, but just having it on file is it's unsettling. I hate to say it like that. I only say it like that because even at the last job that I had, when my supervisor was using me as a scenario and was calling out my name and my address and call herself as she was calling out my address, because baby, why do you know my address by heart? That was so strange to me, because I'm like, is that a requirement in this place to know our personal identifying information? Because got the numbers right on the street, and I was just like, ooh, girl, hold on, I don't like stuff like that. Why is you in my business like that? So ever since then, it's been unsettling for them to have my personal identifying information, because only people information that I'm able to run down like that are places that I've been. My house, my grandparents' house, my friend's house that I grew up with, because I always felt like it was imperative to know where I was at. I even know my church address, the places that I frequented recently. How am I trying to say it? Visited frequently. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew the address. Maybe not the schools, because now that I think about it, I never knew my school address, but I feel like if I could tell you the name of the school, then baby, you could put it in wherever to get to the school information. But outside of that, yeah, I knew I was A1 on knowing addresses. So yeah, them people know my and I even told y'all, just like I told y'all, my manager went to go check on somebody that didn't answer their phone during the hurricane. Popped up at that man's house. Baby, I understand you want to make sure people are safe, but stuff like that is just kind of unsettling, because, like, what if he don't want you in his business? Like, I understand it's your priority and your job to make sure we safe, but not to the point where you decided it was your business to get out there in a hurricane to go in his house and make sure he was okay. I think he was, but even if he wasn't, it's a little unsettling to me. I don't know, because see, that's also how people just be gone for days and don't nobody know nothing. But I'm like, baby, you can send the police to do a wellness check, the people that are supposed to protect and serve. Yeah, maybe that's just why it's just a little unsettled. Girl, it was a hurricane. You done hopped up in your car to go check on him.
To third parties and to other businesses, they'll sell your information and have other people target you, call you, reach out to you, things of that sort, right? So
So I could see I didn't know about that. So is that why people have to sign the agreements on websites that they don't want their information to be sold to third parties? I guess so for marketing purposes, it's like we got basically a lead for you. That's how I would describe it in, the sales world. It's like, okay, they came to my website, I got their information. I'll sell you 50 people of information. Oh, and that's maybe why websites would be like, we don't collect your data and all this information, because maybe they selling it for like every 50 people, I don't know, $50 or something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what this could even possibly be that he's talking about, and how I have seen certain things that I don't know what it is, and how it could possibly be what he's talking about.
Good question. Is Indeed in on it? Because why
No.
are they allowing this? Why is there not a notice at the top of the website when you log in saying, hey, be aware of these scams?
Because how would Indeed know unless it's reported? Because it's not like you can't report stuff to Indeed, like fraud, flag, and after it gets to a certain amount, it definitely can't be investigated. But sometimes people do things just out of malice, spite, just, ill intent, because grievances, grudges, whatever the case may be. I mean, you have disgruntled employees. I mean, there are several reasons that could happen. So,
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible so I won't have to do a part 2. Y'all,
thank you.
stop using Indeed to apply for jobs.
And I do agree with that. Like I said, just go to them people website. That's pretty much what I've learned with it at this point. If you see it on Indeed, just use Indeed as the starting point, as the reference, and then take it over to the website. Apply from there.
Or if you do, be very, very cautious. So some of you may know, some of you may not know, but a lot of people are using Indeed to upload or create fake job postings. And when you apply for the jobs, they use your information for crazy ass shit.
Not for crazy stuff. Because I'm even thinking about Facebook too. And being in local Facebook groups, because I'm like, I'm not even certain if it's a global ones, but it could also be as well. So we'll just say Facebook groups. I have seen people post links for job postings, and I'll read it and be like, oh my goodness, this seems like something that I'll be great for. And then when I'm looking at the link, I'm just like, again, KJML09P H3A-RT.ZXY. Don't worry about it.
Now look, usually I'm very, very on point, and I always listen to my intuition. But this time, I don't know what the fuck happened. I should have listened to my intuition, but I didn't.
But it be like that. It really be like that. Like she said, sometimes because something in the back of your mind be like, it's not right. But again, when you're applying for jobs, it's like, I ain't got right now and I'm trying to get, so let's go for it. And again, it's not fair that you get taken advantage of in trying to find a job.
I applied for this job. The company on Indeed is called Task Hustle. That's TASKHUSTLE.
And I like people like her. She calling out the exact company, what happened, so you know exactly what it is. It is Task Hustle. They did it to her. They playing with her. She don't like that. And if she paid some money, she want it back. And the money her time that was wasted, she want it now. I know that's right, girl.
Task Hustle. Now, I know they're not the only ones on there that's doing that, but this is just the one that I ran into. They did it to me. I applied for this company, and I got a response back maybe about a day or two after I applied for the company. I had a little interview, and usually, I done got jobs and shit, and sometimes interviews don't be that long, but this interview was very vague. Like, it's just, I don't know, it was just giving weird vibes. I still decided to follow through with the interview anyway, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm just tripping with whatever. So I will receive a call back about a day or two afterwards to basically let me know if I got hired and shit like that.
And I be waiting. As soon as you tell me a day or two, because how long should we, when should we expect to hear some, a yes or no if we got the job? How long is it going to take? Tell me in 1 or 2 days. I'm waiting in 1 or 2 days. And that's something like, I wonder what the whoop was.
I received the call back, and they told me that I got the job and shit like that, and that when was I available to start training. Now, if you know, some jobs may do this, but I never ran across one that do this. When you training for a job, they usually give you like a set day.
Yeah, because I'm like, who asked her when she's available for training? Typically is we have trainings for this day, this day, this day. When are you available? Yeah, unless she was going to be the only one that was onboarding. But yeah, typically that's set up through the calendar. Yeah. Because, yeah, especially when you're onboarding, especially due to budget, especially, if there's a place that, they have to if they have to provide you with certain things, like maybe, you know, shirts or, you know, mostly jobs just do shirts. Mostly they don't give out anything else. And as far as a uniform, except maybe a shirt. Yeah, I'm like, I can't picture no one that gives out pants and shoes, because, yeah, they typically make you buy that yourself. But the shirts, yeah.
You know, it's a whole team training and all of that shit like that. He asked me, when could I start training? And he asked if I could train this Tuesday, which is the 8th. No, the 9th. Sorry, the 9th. Today.
Oh, so this is very recent. Oh, Lord. So she giving us a very fresh, recent story.
The 9th. I told him, yeah, not thinking nothing of it. Now, this one shit started getting real weird. He was like, the supervisor will reach out to me, and that I needed to basically download the app Telegram on my phone, and because that's what they use for their company to communicate.
See, as soon as you tell me to download something, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Telegram, that's like telling me to download WhatsApp. No. See, that's just a little too far, and that's not professional, because there are things that are more professional. Even like I said, when I first heard about Zoom, what's the other one what it Teams? When I first heard about that stuff, I was just like, 'cause baby, what is this? I don't really know about this, but that is, you know, that's actually reputable stuff. That's pretty good. But I'm just like, all this other stuff talking about download WhatsApp and Telegram. Telegram just seems like, first of all, I can't even tell you what Telegram is about. Looks like anything like that in the App Store. We can't have Telegram if we can't have email, if we can't have Teams, if we can't have Skypes. Y'all company ain't got enough money to pay for the business edition of them programs or something. 'Cause, download Telegram is mad suspicious.
A lot of companies use Telegram, that's legit, but a lot of people are also using Telegram to do fraudulent ass shit.
So there are companies that are using Telegram, because like I said, I've never heard of Telegrams, but she says there are legit companies that are using Telegram. So maybe she's heard of this. I've never heard of Telegram. Only gram I've heard of is Alexander Graham Bell and Instagram. And the grams. The grams of measurement. Teddy Grams. Ain't his name Billy Graham? But yeah, I don't know about a Telegram.
I download Telegram, and here comes Tuesday. Today the supervisor reached out to me and sent me like basically a long paragraph saying that we will be doing this and doing that, and to basically set up accounts for Bitcoin and all this other shit. And I immediately was like, huh?
Right, girl, not set up accounts for Bitcoin. 'Cause what does that have to do with I'm gonna say, huh? 'Cause set up accounts for Bitcoin. First of all, no. 'Cause that's playing with people's money. Girl, no.
You know, I'm gonna keep it a book. A job with the name Hustle in it.
Now she said a job. Now he said a job with the name Hustle in it should definitely be a red flag. She did say it's called Task Hustle. TASK. She did tell us that.
Red flag to me. Sound like you are the hustle. They hustling you. And then
Nah, and then that's typically how it happen. Yeah, it's yeah. You the one that they preying on, not even the people that's out there. Like I said, even with me, I didn't realize that like I said, why are y'all in my neighborhood after I decided I'm not doing this no more? That's how I'm like, baby, they was hurt. I was just like, baby, them people don't, you really fall just predatory to stuff, just trying to get by in life, get ahead, whatever the case may be. Because, yeah, that is extremely ridiculous. You be thinking, you know, they be trying to do stuff to people that are not inside of the company. Nope. It be the very people that's going to walk through that door. They be like, we got them. They ain't looking for nobody else out there except the people that is trying to thinking they finna get on and get ahead and be a part of something and get some money. No, that ain't what you gonna get. Goodness gracious.
as soon as they said Telegram, wait a minute. I already know how to get down on Telegram.
He talking about he know how to get down on Telegram. I have never heard of a Telegram before. That's why I'm just like, and not as far as an app. I don't know about Telegram.
We already know what goes down on Telegram. And then we can talk about Bitcoin. Now, I use Bitcoin. I use it to fund my trading accounts, but that's legitimate. You see what I'm saying? But if a job is telling me anything about Bitcoin, I'm good.
So he says he uses Bitcoin. I don't know about Bitcoin. I don't know about, what is that, NFTs, Bitcoins, whatever the case may be. I don't know about none of that. Barely know about a stock, okay? But all the other kind of stuff, yeah, no, not privy to.
I'm straight. I promise you that. You
I'm
can have
just
it.
getting it hitting
You
you
have it. I'm
too.
good on you. I'll pass.
So I just want to give a little PSA to all the peeps out there. If you are applying for a job, whether it's on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, or any of those online job boards, beware of scams. And I mean this. Do not ever accept a job offer where they do not interview you over the phone or in person or in a Zoom meeting where you can see their face.
But see, I guess you could kind of say the job that does not interview you over the phone, in person, none of that stuff could be a bit scammy. Because my last job didn't. And that's kind of the reason why I feel like, well, if as high up as they think they are, if they didn't do none of that, I don't be willing to do that for no other process. I mean, I am doing it, but again, it's still annoying. And again, you still fall, you know, in the hands of people that are doing stuff like this. But yeah, yeah, it is a red flag. That place is definitely a waving one. It's on fire.
Do not ever, ever, ever do that. If they're like, hey, we want to interview you through Skype chat or Telegram, do not do that shit. Do not do that. Do not do that shit. It is a scam.
Cause that's crazy. Because even the jobs that I have applied through, no one's ever told me to download Telegram, but I have had to download Skype to apply for jobs, and those jobs tend to be again pyramid scheming, scamming, child, little to nothing, no good, stay away from it jobs. So I could say there is some truth to that.
It's 100% a scam. No job will ever ask you to do an interview through a chat. That's not a thing. And if it is a thing, it's super rare. Actually, I have heard of like if you work for Slack, they do interviews through chat or something. But
He said if you work for Slack, they do interviews through chat. And I've had a job that does stuff through Slack. Slack is so professional, it's too professional. I couldn't understand what Slack was even trying to tell me to do. I'm like, this is so unnecessarily high functioning.
Matt, if you're doing like a regular job, like something administrative or customer service based, or whatever, and they ask you to interview you through chat, don't do it. It's a scam. Just don't do it. And one final thing too, they will also offer you like a ridiculous amount of money in their first meeting with you, their first like introduction, like, hey, we're offering you this job for $35 an hour.
Yeah, they definitely do always put, yeah. Or, yeah, especially when they ask you how much you're making and tell you that they'll either match or pay more than that, and then you get there and then it's less. Yeah, that's the most hurtful part. It's just like, what is, yeah.
Come on, no. No one's just going to offer you that.
And that's a scam. That is a scam. A shame and a scandal. A shame and a scandal, like Ashton Janae says. Where is For the Love of Juice?
Nowhere. Additionally, when you do ask questions, they will be very, very pushy with you. So they will be like, hey, you need to complete this as soon as possible. If not, this opportunity could disappear. Like things like that. Scam. So just to recap, some red flags to look for. Never take an interview through any type of chat, such as Telegram or Signal or Skype chat or whatever. If they offer you a ridiculous amount of money from the get-go, most likely, scam. If they're super pushy and are rushing you to accept the job offer and submit all your information, scam.
I don't know, but I have had some jobs that have been super pushy in completing the information so they can hurry up and have it in the system and all this kind of other stuff. Now, I've never worked in the HR position to understand why that may be, because sometimes I was like, well, is this so I could get paid? Baby, is you trying to hurry up and get me on the payroll? That's just how I looked at it, because again, it's not something that I could give in complete explanation as to why they do it, because I've had it happen, but I didn't understand those jobs. Because I'm like, I had its ups and downs. That's just what we'll say.
And if the application process is moving suspiciously quick, scam. And guys, honestly, just do your research, because if you look this up, you will see there have been a lot of people who have been getting scammed by getting their info taken from Indeed or ZipRecruiter or whatever. So just be cautious and use your common sense. And if anyone ever reaches out to you, always ask for an interview in person or over the phone or a Zoom meeting where you can see their face. Never just do it through chat.
But see, especially jobs that don't force you to do interviews. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Because, yeah, even the jobs that don't make you do interviews, if you're not the type of person that likes interviewing, there's kind of a sigh of relief to not have to do an interview. So that person, especially myself, is not going to call and be like, can I schedule an interview? Well, I mean, Yeah, I'm like, I've been advised to do that, but I just feel like if I was a qualified candidate enough, then it would just be like, let's contact this person to make them an asset to our team. Let them be an asset on our team. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I would be if I worked in HR. But then again, I don't know, because even like I said, when I learned that HR's job is to, protect the job as much as possible, I don't even know that their job is to find quality candidates that's gonna be an asset to the company. Just people that ain't gonna, how do I say, shake or rattle, ruffle no feathers. I guess that's the best way I can explain it.
Never.
So I'm about to go bowling and get out of this ridiculous outfit. But first, I have a story to tell you guys because I put on this outfit for no reason.
Oh, she done got dressed in her best interview outfit, and she said she put it on for no reason. She done put on her little tank top. I mean, the tattoo's still out, but okay, girl. But she done put her olive blazer on, did her little hair. I'm talking about her little hair. With waves or whatever.
So I just graduated in December, okay?
And she just graduated. Okay, girl.
And
Congrats.
I'm very picky about what job I want. I just graduated with public relations and multimedia journalism, okay?
And being picky? Okay.
And so, like, I want something that has to do with, like, social media. Like, that's what I used to run, like, the college's social media. Like, I've done a lot of stuff in the area where I live. And, like, I wanna do something cool. Like, I'm not settling, okay?
Okay, girl. Okay, I understand.
So I've been kind of picky about jobs and, like, turning them down and such. And I'm on this UGC app that has, like, social media, like, content jobs, like, videographer people, like, photographers, like, all of the above. Anything that has to do with, like, media, they have, okay? So it's, like, people get on there and they try to hire people for jobs, and usually it's, like, super legit stuff, okay? So I was on there earlier, and I was searching, and I saw this job that was, like, $100 an hour for 30 hours a week, literally just to, like, run this person's, like, social media.
Okay, because I have been interested in getting into UGC apps, because I have also been getting emails about them. I have been seeing a lot of, I mean, I make, pretty much UGC anyway, so there's that. So I've been looking at it, but I'm like, if they scamming in UGC, because that's one thing that I can say, what I do like about partnerships is it's pretty much defined what the details will entail and what's required and expected, pretty much upfront in the contractual obligations upon whatever the compensation may be, whether it's product, whether it's monetary compensation, both, whatever. So how she's going through this, I'm not certain, and let's see.
Okay. And I was like, yeah, like, that would be awesome. Like, I could just do that in addition to, like, my social media, like, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so I fell for a scam. I got ready and everything, thought that I was going to get on, like, this interview. Yeah, they basically just tried to steal my identity. And
Girl, I was not expecting her to say that. Now she say, yeah, they basically just tried to steal my identity. What? Cause see, that's one thing. Oh my goodness. Cause see, I do have to be very privy when I'm filling out these applications or even going on these interviews and stuff, because I do just will fill out the information just like you do when you go to maybe a doctor's office or wherever. They just ask you for your basic information, your name, your address, your birthday, your social, your signature, just these things that are essentially important. I don't like that.
somehow I fell for it, and I gave them a lot of my information, like, not too much, but, like, I gave them a decent amount of my information. So Ashley, Waylon, whatever, if you're out there, yeah, thanks for scamming me.
And she called her the recruiter. Ashley Waylon. Girl, that's probably not even a real person. Or whoever portrayed to be that person. Y'all ain't right. Y'all definitely wrong.
So I guess I've come to a conclusion that I think I'm just going to stick with social media for now. But, yeah, if anyone knows of something, definitely hit my line. But, yeah, it's just not going well.
So I may or may not have been scammed by a job. Going to the location now to see if this job is actually legit. Okay, we're here. We're walking to the office building, and we're going to see if it's even there.
Girl, because I'm like, you didn't really have to go there. You really could have just looked at it on the map like the rest of us. But she actually wants to get up and hightail herself to this location to see if it's real or not. Okay.
It's not looking promising.
Actually, nobody here.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I've been to places, you see how it looks basically like a big plaza or work building. That's literally what I'm thinking about, because I'm just like, especially now that I'm monetized, I really can't wait to hopefully get an office space, because I was looking at an office space prior to, even when I was working, I was looking at an office space. But if you're somebody that can rent an office space monthly, and I'm like, what if they just getting, I don't want to say that because I would really hope that's not the case, but I'm like, I'm just thinking about the places that I've been on job interviews, and again, it looks pretty legit, and again, there's somewhere that looks pretty legit. It's, several stories high, it's windows, it's building.
Doesn't exist. I'm gonna blank it out, but it's not there. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
they're in
there.
the elevator. Right. Look, you got the basic standard, fluorescent lighting. So, yeah, you would think that this stuff is real, but unfortunately, somehow it turns out to be a scam of sorts.
We're going onto every single floor. We're gonna see everything that's here.
And they talking about they're going on every single floor and they want to see everything that's there. Because I'm just thinking about, like I said, one place that I went in particular that I was not expecting to go to, but it still seemed pretty okay because it was a big tower of sorts. I'm not going to say a big tower, but let's just say it was a building of sorts. It looks like what it reminded me of is what my grandma's job looked like when they first started out versus what they expanded to. So it looked like maybe they were just starting out and it was just an older building that they were working out of. But I noticed that it was only maybe one other person in that particular building. Yeah, and again, I'm just in there giving people my best and my information and that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, even the road that I had to turn off to get there, I was just like, this is different, y'all. And again, this is just why you gotta just, let people know where you're going, what you're doing, because God forbid, definitely pray, because we don't want anything to happen to anyone, because the people out here are not being their best. That's all we're gonna say.
Everything that isn't here, right? I don't know about you, but it feels like an abandoned building almost.
Look, she said it feels like an abandoned building, but I mean, the lights are on, but again, it's nothing in there. Like, all the lights are on. The building looks nice, well kept, but nothing is going on. And what time is it? I mean, it looks like it's daytime, so you would think that it's, in operations. And even if somebody was in there, if the windows are open, I guess you would see stuff, but I don't know if the windows are open because they're just walking on every floor to see what's in this spot.
Second floor is a fail, going to the third, and then there's only a fourth left.
Oh, okay, so yeah, they're at the third or the fourth. Right, it looks really nice. They got the palm trees. That's what I'm like, again, this looks like something that I've been to apply for jobs. And now I'm just thinking, as I haven't gotten these jobs, and as people are saying, the scams that are out there, how many times I've actually been saved, but who really knows what's going on out there?
Like, if you can see, there's a bunch of just random ass empty offices with nothing. Actually, they're not here.
I guess not.
So what if that space is basically like a co-op space, and I do want one of those, but what if it's a space where you can rent suites for workspaces for a day? I've seen stuff like that, but they're just way too expensive, and that's why I want a co-op. Or if you have a workspace like that, you just got to have a lot of money because you may not profit a lot off just like a co-op lets you profit.
Elevator doesn't even work. Final verdict. It's not real. I got scammed.
Oh, and she was gonna work here. Look, they talking about it's not real. She talking about I got scammed. Right. Look, she done went to that place and look empty.
Okay, so let me just give you a small backstory just so you know what's going on. So because I'm graduating soon, I have been job hunting and I've been looking on sites such as Indeed, LinkedIn, etc. And I found this position and it was on both sites. And so I was like, okay, well, this seems super legit.
Right. Especially when you see it on both sides. It's just like, okay, that's good. That does seem like a good sign.
It was verified, all of those kinds of things. And keep in mind, I am 100% aware of scams and job scams, and so I checked, and they do have 2 websites, one for regular, one for hiring. They have like all of their employees on LinkedIn, and so I was like, okay, awesome. I mean, this seems pretty legit.
Yeah, cause see, now that would really throw me off, because they do have the websites, one for their regular consumers, and then one for, where else it like jobs dot whatever the website is .com, a subdomain, that's what it's called. So they have their subdomain site, or careers dot whatever the website is .com. So they have their main website and then a subdomain to their website. They have all of this, and still, wow.
So I thought it was 100% legit until I brought it up with my mom, who found a Reddit post basically saying a long thread of like not just one, not just two, like a couple of users saying that this was a scam.
Wow, imagine your mom just being like, wait, I think I've heard this on Reddit.
So I started doing a little more digging, and I had a lot of questions and not that many answers. And just to emphasize exactly how legit it seemed, is I had not one but 2 interviews with Zoom interviews with them. So I saw them, and I found both of them on LinkedIn, like under employees, like who works there. So I was like, okay, awesome, like this is legit.
Right, and then especially seeing the employees on LinkedIn, that would definitely be. And see, that's what I said. LinkedIn just seemed like the upscale scam to me. It's just something about that one. Even though I did use, like I said, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and whatever that other one is that I just can't think of right now off the top of my head, because I don't, like I said, I'm not even using that kind of stuff now. But yeah, Indeed Indeed gives me that upscale scamming, because I can't even figure out how to use it. I think that's my biggest thing. Sites that I can't figure out how to use, I guess, give me the biggest scam. Like Pinterest. What's going on over there on Pinterest? Because I can't ever figure out how to use anything over there on Pinterest.
So Riley and I were like, you know what? Like with everything provided, let's just go see if it exists. Let's just go see if it exists, right? And obviously, you know how that ended. So if you are also job hunting and there just seems to be
Okay, so I'm wondering why these glasses sitting on her face like that. It's because she has her spectacles underneath her stylish frames. Because I'm just like, why do they look like they're not sitting on her face? But they're not. They're sitting on her glasses. Girl, I'm like, because I understand not wanting to wear contacts, and I understand not wanting glasses that have the prescription in the frame. Okay, girl. I feel her, though. You gotta make it work.
more questions than answers, it's probably a good sign that it's not legit. At least definitely not the right fit for you. So be careful.
Definitely be careful.
Y'all know this the most interactive channel on YouTube. Y'all.
Okay, well, if that's who he claim he is, turn me up then so we can show out, because who does he think he is? Especially, like I said, I like his Saints jacket, his Jerusalem. That's what I said. I like that, especially from a black man. That's what I like to see. So that's pretty much going to be it for our, typically what is our 9 a.m. wake up call, our 9 to 5 wake up call, because he definitely brought up this video of Indeed scams, that people are being scammed, that they're applying for a new job on Indeed. I do like this video. Y'all can check it out on my public watch later playlist on my channel. Y'all also can check him out on YouTube, Wake 'em Up. This is a nice little live chat and react for today. And that's pretty much going to do it for me as of our 9 a.m. or 9 to 5 wake up call today. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for us. Y'all can check out the Bible verse of the day in the description. Y'all also can check out the public watch later list on my channel. We are going to do our Course in Miracles just like we would if we were doing our AM in Nature. But y'all know Hurricane Helene, whatever she is calling herself, came through and did her little thing. But our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as God's children do. We are all born to make manifest the glory of God within us, and it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. And with that being said, I hope y'all be good, Be great. Spread love, because that's what a real mob do. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people, okay? So we did do a poll. Before we go, we'll go ahead and share our poll results, because the poll today was to pick one, whether you'd rather do a 9 to 5 on the clock or you'd rather live a CEO lifestyle. So we have 75% in favor of living a CEO lifestyle, and we have 25% willing to come work for us as we mind our faith-based, black-owned, female, whatever type business it is that you're owning, okay? So that's pretty much going to wrap up our AM video. Again, I do thank y'all for tuning into this live. If you watch the live replay, just know that you are greatly appreciated. You know this all love, baby. Again, spread love, because that's what a real mob do. Keep it gangster, look out for your people, because that's what real gangsters do. I am KD, okay? Your divine cosmic cousin, divine cosmic cheerleader, all things divine. I'm about to tap out of this live. I just love y'all, okay? That's all I really just trying to say. Okay, if nobody told y'all, God loves you, Jesus loves you, I love you if you love them, and in turn you'll love yourself. So you'll have 4 people that'll love you if nobody told you that they love you, okay? So I'm about to tap out of here. Tune in live daily. We're going to show up daily just as God does for us, because, that's the least we could do, show up daily like he does for us. But I'm about to go. Y'all know it's all love, baby. KD is signing out. Until later, baby. Toodles.